If you're in the defense supply chain and you haven't started your CMMC certification yet, you need to hear this. The Phase 2 deadline hits November 10th, 2026. That's roughly 5 months from now. And when it hits, no certification means no contract. It's that simple. CMMC isn't a proposal anymore. It's not something you can watch from the sidelines. The contract rule took effect in late 2025. Self-assessment requirements are already showing up in solicitations right now. And the third-party certification requirement for Level 2, that lands in November 2026. If you're not ready, you lose access to the defense work you depend on. So let's talk about what actually changed when CMMC went from version 1.0 to 2.0. 3 big things. First, 5 levels became 3. They stripped out the transitional levels and mapped the rest to the type of data you handle. Second, self-assessment came back for the lowest risk work. And limited POA&Ms are allowed again. But here's the catch. About 40% of the Level 2 controls can't sit on a POA&M at all. You have to actually implement them before you pass. Third, the model now aligns directly to NIST. Level 2 is NIST SP 800-171. Level 3 adds a subset of 800-172. If you've been working an 800-171 program, you're not starting from zero. You're formalizing what you claim to have. Here's how the levels break down. Level 1 is foundational, 15 safeguards, annual self-assessment, covers federal contract information. Most firms can handle this with disciplined IT hygiene. Level 2 is advanced. This is where most defense manufacturers land. All 110 controls in NIST SP 800-171. And most CUI contracts will require a third-party C3PAO assessment, not just a self-assessment. Level 3 is expert. That adds 24 controls from NIST SP 800-172. The government runs the assessment themselves. Few companies need it, and the ones who do already know. Here's the part that catches people off guard. The timeline is longer than you think. You've got 4 stages: gap assessment, documentation, remediation, and then the actual C3PAO assessment. A clean organization with modest gaps, maybe 6 months. Real gaps, limited internal IT, multiple sites, 12 to 18 months, some take 24. And here's the kicker. C3PAO lead times run 3 to 6 months. There are roughly 300,000 companies in the defense industrial base working toward this. The math is unforgiving. Every month you delay pushes you further back in a queue that's filling up fast. Quick answers to the questions we hear most. Do subcontractors need CMMC certification? Yes, if they handle FCI or CUI. Primes have to flow the right CMMC level down at every tier. What happens if I'm not certified by the Phase 2 deadline? You become ineligible for award on any contract that requires the certification you don't have. How much does this cost? The assessment alone runs $35,000 to over $100,000. When you count prep, remediation, and tech, a first cycle lands in the $138,000 to $285,000 range for many small and mid-sized firms. CMMC 2.0 is simpler than 1.0, but simpler doesn't mean fast. The rule is live. The C3PAO line is forming, and the Phase 2 deadline doesn't move because your quarter got busy. If you build for the defense supply chain in California, the smart play is to scope your gap now. We help manufacturers figure out exactly where they stand before an assessor does. Links in the description to schedule a readiness assessment.